This is the Danny Kaye Show with Eve Arden, Lionel Stander, our very special visiting celebrity, Eddie Cantor, and the music of America's top band, Harry James and his Music Makers. Entertainment, Pabst Blue Ribbon, 33 fine brews blended into one great beer, presents the premiere performance of 33 fine talents blended into one great comedian, Danny Kaye.
You see, Mr. Kaye? That's just what it's going to sound like when you go on the air for us next Saturday night. Now, just sign on the dotted line.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Pabst, but I don't know what to say.
Well, my boy, you'd better think of something by Saturday night. Now, Mr. Kaye, sit right down here at the desk and sign the contract. Here's my pen.
Oh, thanks. Say, what's the matter with this ink? It's foaming.
Oh, that's not ink, my boy. I never fill my pen with anything but blue ribbon.
Well... This will probably be the first signature in history with a head on it.
Oh, that's good. That's very good.
Congratulations,
Yes,
Danny.
that's great, Dan.
Mr. Pabst. You know Lionel Stander, Ken Niles, and of course you know my manager, Eve Arden.
Oh, yes, and I don't want you to cause her any worries, Mr. Kaye. After all, we don't want Miss Arden to harden.
You know our orchestra leader, Mr. Harry James?
Oh, yes, of course. That's my blow ribbon boy.
That's very cute, Mr. Pabst, and corny.
Ah, what a momentous occasion this is. To think that in this little hotel suite, Danny Kaye, the party of the first part, and Blue Ribbon, party of the second part, have merged their mutual interests. As for me, I am happy to sanction this union. Habeas corpus.
Well, what a brilliant speech. Are you Mr. Kaye's attorney?
No, I'm the elevator boy here.
Well, we all have our ups and downs. Well, Mr. Kaye, now that we're officially associated, would you sing me that wonderful little song about all the Russian composers?
He means where you rattle off the names of 56 Russian composers in 38 seconds, Danny.
Oh, Tchaikovsky.
No, Harry Tchaikovsky. Oh, how I love those Russian composers. There's Malachevsky, Rubinstein, Arensky, and Tchaikovsky, Sapenyakov, Dmitriev, Cherepnin, Kryzhinovsky, Godovsky, Artupuchev, Monoyusko, Akimenko, Soloviev, Prokofiev, Tyomkin, Goroschenko, there's Ginkel, Winkler, Bortniansky, Rebekov, Felinsky, there's Metrval, Kirov, Zolotorov, and Kochinsky, and Sokolov, and Kopolov, Tukhelsky, and Kolovsky, and Shostakovich, Vorod, Dinglier, and Novakovsky, there's Lyudov, and Karganov, Markevich, Panchenko, and Dargomisky, Cherbachev, Skriabin, Vasilenko, Stravinsky, Rimsky, Kosakov, Mussorgsky, Anglichanov, and Glazunov, and Cesar Quick, Halinikov, Rafanov, Stravinsky, Anglichanov, Rubchinsky, and Rachmaninoff. I really have to stop. The subject has been brought to Rachmaninoff. Rachmaninoff! Rachmaninoff! I really have to stop. The subject has been brought to Rachmaninoff. Wonderful, Mr. Kaye, wonderful. Now, singing and comedy are fine in their place, but as for me, there's no greater symphony than a smooth-flowing series of pear-shaped words about the product. Oftentimes crudely referred to as a commercial. Mr. James, before Mr. Niles proceeds, would you be so kind as to blow us a short fanfare?
Gladly, Mr. Pabst. It's a pleasure, Mr. Pabst. It's an honor, Mr. Pabst.
Also a living Mr. Pabst.
Go ahead, Mr. Niles.
Thank you. Pabst Blue Ribbon is more than just another beer. It is the blended beer, full flavor blended from no less than 33 fine brews.
Please, Mr. Kaye.
The Pabst Blue Ribbon process of full flavor blending ensures the even goodness and depth of flavor that sets this famous beer apart.
Please, Mr. Kaye.
So order it with confidence. Serve it with pride. For there is no finer beer, no finer blend than Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Mr. Kaye, show me where it says in the contract.
Say, Ken, answer the doorbell, will you?
Right.
I wonder who that can be.
Well, well, Eddie Cantor. What are you doing here, Eddie?
Shh. Is it too late? Huh? Has Danny Kaye signed his contract yet?
Yeah, he just signed it.
Too late. What am I going to tell the boys?
The boys? What boys?
Jack Benny, Bob Hope. You see, we drew straws, and they left it up to me.
Eddie, what are you talking about?
Niles, don't be a child. Danny Kaye is creeping into our racket. I'm going to frighten that guy so much when I get finished with him, not only will he be through in radio, he won't even go back to pictures.
Oh, now, Eddie, you wouldn't do a thing like that.
What do you mean? This guy's got talent. We're in a spot. Remember, I've got a big family, 5 children so far.
I know, but Eddie...
Out of my way. Just watch me go to work on him. Well, Danny, my pal.
Oh, hello,
Danny.
Eddie.
Hello.
Eddie Cantor.
Sure.
Gee, Eddie, I just signed my radio contract, and I don't know anybody I'd rather tell the good news to than you.
Well, Danny, now that you're going to be on the radio, remember you're going to be a big man, and big things are going to happen to you sooner than you think. Look, we'd better have a heart-to-heart talk, just the two of us, if you folks don't mind. You
Not at all. Come on, gang. We'll leave Mr. Anthony and his latest problem child alone.
Now, Danny, you know that I've always felt like a father toward you, and I hate to harp on this, but there's...
Look, Eddie, I've told you 1,000 times, I like your daughter, Janet. But I don't want to get married yet.
No. It's not about Janet, Danny. I'll try her on somebody else. But look, what I want to tell you, Danny, look, do you remember when you were 17 and your father called you in the other room and talked to you?
You mean to say there's more?
No. Listen, I'm talking about radio.
Oh, radio. Say, Eddie, do you have to hold me on your knee while you're talking to me?
Look, Danny, I want to tell you something. There's nothing to radio. Of course, you'll have to learn a new technique. You'll have to learn how to talk into that microphone.
New technique?
I mean, you'll have to find out how to talk into the microphone. Of course, you'll catch on as soon as you learn how to breathe.
I breathe in and out. Is there another way?
No. Let me explain it to you, Danny. Just pretend that I'm a microphone. Talk into my face. Go ahead.
Talk into your face?
Sure, use me for a microphone.
Well, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Danny Kaye speaking, and I...
What's the matter now?
Your face scares me.
You too?
Yeah. Can I try talking to the back of your head?
Yep. There, you see? You're going to pieces already. Otherwise, you would have made up such a bad joke.
Oh.
But you'll be all right. Just never mind what they tell you.
Who tells me what?
Never mind. Just don't listen to them.
Why should I never mind not listening to who telling me what, Eddie?
All those things you hear about radio comedians, like Fred Allen is nervous, tired, looks terrible. I've known Fred for years. He's always looked that way.
Eddie, do you mind if I sit back on your knee?
Not at all, Danny. You've got the right idea. Save your strength, baby. Look. By the way, who is your psychiatrist?
I don't have any psychiatrist. I've got a doctor.
Just a plain doctor? Who is he, Danny?
Oh, you wouldn't know him, Eddie. He's just a young fellow starting out.
Oh, well, maybe it's better that way. A young fellow's ambitious. He won't mind getting up all hours of the night.
All hours of... You mean I'll be calling him all hours of the night?
Not necessarily. Some nights you won't get to the phone in time. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Your attendant will take care of you.
Who's got an attendant?
Well, you better get one. After all, if you get it on the street, who's going to carry you home?
If I get what on the street?
You know, that buzzing in the ears and you strangle, that tight feeling like you're hanging.
No.
The bells start ringing all the time, clanging in your head.
But, Eddie, why should I get buzzing and clanging?
Who says you should? It could take some other form, like when you close your mouth. You pull your eyes open and your tongue drops out.
Eddie, I'm getting frightened.
Frightened? Have I said anything, Danny? Don't start reading meanings into things. I'm your pal, kid.
Yes, I know.
You can be on radio and still be healthy. Look at me. Sound as $1.
Eddie, what's the matter?
matter?
Why? Nothing. Why? Why do you ask? Why?
Well, why do I ask? You just screamed. You went, BOW!
Oh, that!
I do that every half hour.
Oh. I used to do it every 20 minutes, but the doctor's curing me. Pretty soon I'll be doing it only once a day.
Only once a day.
Well, Danny, I have to run along.
Well,
So long, Danny.
so long, Eddie, and thanks for coming over.
Well, goodbye, son.
Bye, Eddie.
Bye.
Bye. Clanging in the head, buzzing in the ears, doctors, attendants, microphones. Is it worth it? No, I won't do it. My health. I'm dying. No, I don't care what they do to me. Sue me. Put me in jail. I'll run away. I'll hide. That's what I'll do. I'll hide. Let me out of here!
Hello? Oh, it's you again, Mr. Pabst. Yes, Mr. Pabst, I know the program goes on tonight. I've been trying to find Danny for the last 3 days. I've called every screwy place he hangs out. The planetarium, the fire station, Snack Wazzle's olive stuffing factory. What? Well, he likes to see them shove the pimentos in, that's all I know. Okay, Mr. Pabst, all right. I'll try some more places. Oh, there's just a chance he might be here.
Hello, County Fish Hatchery. Max Barracuda speaking.
Listen, Max, is there a tall, blonde fellow standing by the guppy tank watching the guppies gup?
Sorry, lady. Danny Kaye ain't been in yet.
Oh, all right. Thanks, Max. Now, where else could he be? Oh, I know. I forgot all about...
Hello, Ritz-Carlton Canine Cabanas, every room with a bone. Oh, quiet, you darling. Quiet. Daddy's on the phone. Well, now, what can I do for you?
Oh, I called to inquire about Danny Kaye.
Oh, Danny Kaye. Let me see. Was he to be pedicured, defleed, or wormed?
All three. Oh, I mean, you misunderstand. Danny Kaye is a man.
Oh, that's too bad. Such a lovely name for a cocker.
Yes, isn't it? Fresh. Where is that guy? Come in! Oh, Lionel, it's only you.
That's what everybody says. Why is that?
Oh, never mind that. Have you found any trace of Danny?
How should I know? I'm just the elevator boy here. I don't pry into people's private business around a hotel.
Oh, yeah? I wish I had a nickel for every time you got your head caught in a transom.
Boy, is that painful. Remember the night I was left dangling in 16?
Now, enough of your adventures, Huckleberry Finn. Where's Danny? Well, don't just stand there with that dumb look on your face.
What dumb look? This is my smartest expression.
You know, Lionel, I've got a hunch Danny's right here in this hotel.
You have?
Yeah, but where? I've searched every place but the steam room.
Oh, you're not going down there, are you?
Of course, you hid him in the steam room. I'm going down there right now and drag him out.
But Eve, he hasn't got any clothes on.
Well, I have. Come on. Danny Kaye, I'm asking you for the last time. Are you coming out of that steam room or not?
Or not?
Danny, don't be ridiculous. Do you realize that your radio show goes on the air in just 5 seconds?
5 seconds? Hey, Oscar, turn on the radio. I want to hear my program.
Okay, Mr. Kaye.
Yes, folks, here's the premiere of the Danny Kaye Show. But I regret to inform you that our star, Danny Kaye, is unable to appear tonight due to a sudden illness. However, we are fortunate indeed to have in his place Danny's dear friend and colleague, who has so graciously volunteered to fill in for him, Eddie Cantor.
Eddie Cantor?
Yes, Eddie Cantor. And here he is now, that funny man of stage, screen, and radio, Eddie Cantor!
Thank you, Ken. Folks, this is Eddie pinch hitting for Danny Kaye, Cantor. A funny thing happened to me on my way down to the studio today. And then you know what my wife said? And my 5 daughters?
Oscar, just listen to the laughs he's getting with nothing. And he scared me away from radio.
Oh, that was wonderful, Eddie. Wonderful.
Well, Ken, I'm never too busy to step in for a friend. The show must go on. And if you're listening, get well, Danny boy.
I'm well right now. Oscar, call a cab.
And now let's listen to America's top band, Harry James and his music makers, as they play 2 o'clock jump.
Well, here I am, everybody. Here I am. I finally made it. Better late than never, eh, Mr. Pabst?
That maxim hardly holds true in this case, Mr. Kaye. You've left us all in a terrible lurch, sir.
Now, just a minute, Mr. Pabst. If you only knew what I've been through, you'd be nursing my wounds, offering me transfusions.
Just what have you been through, Mr. Kaye?
Well, I'll tell you what I've been through. I left for the studio bright and early, and all of a sudden 8 or 10 fellas sneaked up behind me with a blackjack.
10 men with one blackjack?
Oh, it was huge. And you know something?
Danny, my friend, my pal, where have you been? Are you all right? I'm doing the broadcast for you. Lie down, baby. Go ahead, lie down.
I'm not tired. I heard you coming over. Got some big laughs, too.
Big laughs, he says. They were a very tough audience.
Oh.
Well, I got to get back on the stage. I'm on again in a minute.
You're on again?
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? I'm here now.
Quiet. Mr. Niles is getting ready to speak. I want to hear every word of this.
But, Mr. Pabst, I want to go out there. I want to entertain. This is my show.
Quiet!
But I can tell them about Pabst Blue Ribbon and the 32 brews.
Mr. Kaye, Pabst contains 33 brews.
Drop the brew.
Mr. Niles is about to start.
The Pabst Blue Ribbon process of full flavor blending with no less than 33 brews
See?
ensures the matchless taste, flavor, and quality that is found in this fine beer.
How true, how true.
So order it with confidence and serve it with pride.
You can say that again.
Order it with confidence and serve it with pride. But no matter where you go, there is no finer beer, no finer blend than Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Now, Mr. Kay, go out and top that if you can.
Uh-huh. All right, I'll go out there and do something.
But Danny, the show's about over.
About over? Well, what became of the play we were going to do?
I cut out the play. There aren't any actors here to do it with you.
Oh, well, then I'll play all the parts myself.
What? All the parts yourself. The girl, the lovers, the butler, the father, yourself. Are you crazy?
Yes. But I'm going to do the play. Little music, please. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we present the dramatic, dripping story of Ingrid Knucklemeyer, girl grandfather. Here she is.
Oh, what to do? What to do? I don't know whom to marry. Pierre Gaston or Butch McGillicuddy. Some problem, I mean it.
Well, Lancashire or the Worcestershire, upon my word. Pip-pip, what's it's right. Meadows, I think it's time to birth the baby.
Very good, sir.
Oh, that must be Pierre.
Roof, 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 roof.
Quiet, Herman.
Darling, oh, mon amour, je le crois t'arrancer je dois t'arranger plus, je crois la faire en beurre, je ne vois.
Oh, Pierre, how décolleté.
Quiet, Herman.
Oh, hello, Butch. I want you to meet Pierre.
Ah, monsieur Butch, je le crois t'arranger je le bec à Pabst Blue Ribbon, je le vois son père. Ah, shut up!
Roof, roof, roof.
Quiet, Herman.
Je le crois t'arranger je plaisir. Gerardere!
Enough, I say. You are speaking of the man I intend to marry.
Marry? Are you kidding?
I mean it.
No.
Yes, yes.
No, no.
Ring.
No, yes.
Woof, woof.
No, yes. No, no.
Ring, woof. No, yes. What do you say to that?
I don't know, I lost my place here. Oh. I got it.
Oh, you can't marry this man.
Oh, you can't marry this man.
Why not, Butch?
You have forced my hand, but now I must tell you, I am not Butch McGillicuddy from Brooklyn.
You mean?
Yes, I am really Investigator Patrick Clancy of the FBI.
No!
Yes. Better known as Scotland Loman of Scotland Yard.
And Charlie Chan of Chinese Constabulary,
Well, I'm still marrying Pierre.
Again, you forced my hand.
What?
Exactly.
Pierre Gaston is not really Pierre Gaston. He is Hasmura Toga Kosuno Roto Solopo, the Japanese spy.
Pierre, tell him he lies.
So, Sally Montreal, please to see I have Lee Wallawa in my sleeve.
Oh.
Stand back, please. Hold up handies. If you move, I shoot.
If you shoot, I move.
Quiet, Herman.
Quiet. Oh, no, Pierre.
And so, we take leave of the simple home of the Knucklemeyers. Until we all meet again, let us remind you that all's well that ends well.
Very good, Danny. Very good. Excellent, in fact. But I still don't think you topped the commercial.
Well, then suppose I sing something. Say an old favorite of mine like Minnie the Moocher.
Oh, goody. Can I join in the answers?
Yes, of course. I want you, the orchestra, the audience here, and the audience listening at home, all to join in. I'll be the conductor, and when I beckon, I want you all to unleash your golden throats and shout back at me. Will you? Shall we start the dirty work, Harry? Folks, here's a story about Minnie the Moocher.
a regular gal with a solid future. She was the sweetest and the neatest frail, but Minnie had a heart as big as a whale. Hi-hi-de, hi-de, hi. Hi-hi-hi. Hee-hee-dee-hee, dee-hee. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Howdy-howdy-howdy-howdy-howdy. Hee-dee-hee. Listen. Louvet. Oulez à sa peur. Ouvrez la fenêtre, j'ai ou ça. Roast cheese Sevigny. Roast beef 7-Up. In Graudes Blöben Heikenblut. She messed around on a popular idol. His wave of fan mail was practically tidal. He went and married a movie star, and Minnie beat her heart out, ate to the bar.
Hoo-dee-hoo, dee-hoo. Hoo-dee-hoo, dee-hoo. Hee-dee-hee, dee-hee. Hee-dee-hee, dee-hee.
Hoo-dee-hoo-dee. 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 Pabst Blue Ribbon. Hi, hi. Roof, roof. Listen. Reap the gibby, the gate bounce say. Gibby, the gab up, the gather away. To give him the gun, to get you little beat, sound, to get you little beat, sound, to get case, to get you little beat, reap. Go ahead. This ends the story and it ends my song. She was just a good gal, but they don't know her wrong. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And before we close up shop, I want to thank my friend Eddie Cantor for dropping in and making fun with us. Thanks to you, Eddie, to Pabst, and to all the people listening in.
You're very welcome, Danny, but how do you know anybody was listening?
Well, I did. What? Oh, what a gruesome thought. Eddie, do you think maybe
No, Danny, look, I was only kidding. The whole thing was a joke. Don't be afraid of a listening audience. I promise you, as long as you're on the air, a good part of America will be listening to you every week. Good luck, Danny, and may this be the beginning of a long and successful career for you. Good night, all.
Good night.
Remember, next Saturday, same time, same station, another great Danny Kaye Show with Eve Arden, Lionel Stander, and the outstanding music of Harry James and his music makers. Eve Arden appeared through the courtesy of Warner Brothers. This program was directed by Dick Mack and was brought to you by the Pabst Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Peoria, Illinois. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
Get you little bit sound, get you little bit sound, get you little bit.
This This is the Danny Kaye Show with Eve Arden, Lionel Stander, yours truly, Ken Niles, and the outstanding music of America's top band, Harry James and his Music Makers. For your entertainment, Pabst Blue Ribbon, 33 fine brews blended into one great beer, presents 33 fine talents blended into one great comedian, Danny Kaye.
Come on, Danny. Danny Kaye, will you hurry up?
Oh, just a minute, Evie.
It's always just a minute with you. Come on.
Oh, now wait. I must pause to greet an old friend. Greetings, old friend. I know things are pretty tough now, old pal. And yes, once you were popular, in the money, but now you're broke, desolate, deserted, alone. But don't worry, old pal. You'll make a comeback someday.
Danny, do you have to go through that act every time you pass a cigarette machine?
But, Evie, they worry me. Standing around doing nothing. I wonder if they could put bananas in them.
You worry about everything but the things you should. Now, sit down here and read your radio fan mail. It's got to be answered.
Oh, boy, fan mail? You mean I really got fan mail?
That's what I've been trying to tell you all day.
Gosh, how many letters did I get?
Think of a number.
1.
Bingo. Now read it.
Gosh, my first fan letter. I feel like a bride.
Well, brush the orange blossoms out of your eyes and read it.
Okay. It says, big money in Belgian hares. Put a couple of our giant Belgians in your backyard, and they'll soon be paying the rent for you. Send for our free booklet, Splitting Hairs. Just what I thought, Evie. The only people listening to me last week were rabbits.
Well, it's a start. Oh, hello, Lionel.
Hi, Lionel.
Look what I got for you, Danny. A whole bushel basket full of letters. Ain't it wonderful?
For me, Lionel? No kidding?
Yeah. This is definite evidence and testimony that the American public have taken their collective pens in hand and inscribed their felicitations and congratulations for posterity. Sic transit gloria de haven.
Ooh, all this mail. Let's see what they say. Here's one from Tootsie Smith of Evansville, Indiana. Blue Ribbon Program. Please send me photographs of Harry James and Ken Niles. They are my dream men. Danny Kaye is kind of cute, too, so have him lick the envelope.
Well.
Say, Danny, here's one I think you better read yourself.
Okay, let's see it. It says, Dear Danny Kaye, heard your show last Saturday night, and I laughed and laughed and laughed. Gee, that's swell. I laugh all the time. I guess I'll never get out of this place. Well, Harry James.
Come on in, Harry.
Hello, Harry.
Hello, everybody.
Pull up a trumpet and sit down, Harry. I was just looking over my fan mail from the first show. Say, did you get any letters, Harry?
Yeah, I got one, but I feel kind of silly reading it.
Oh, go on, read it, Harry.
Well, okay. Dear Maestro, besides being a fine musician, you are a great personality. You have the charm of a Boyer and the appeal of a Van Johnson. Sincerely, B.G.
B.G.? B.G., could that possibly be Betty Grable?
Well, it ain't Benny Goodman, brother.
Say, Harry, here's a legitimate fan letter for you. It asks for you, the boys, and Kitty Callan to do the new Columbia recorded arrangement of I'm Beginning.
That was mighty nice, Harry. Mighty nice.
Say, would any of you be interested in a fan letter I just got from our sponsor?
From our sponsor? Oh, what does it say?
Well, here, I'll read it. It says, Dear Mr. Niles, just a few lines to let you know how much I enjoyed the show last week. When you said Pabst Blue Ribbon is more than just another beer, it is the blended beer, full flavor blended from no less than 33 fine brews, it sent a tingle up and down my spine.
Yes, but Ken, does he say anything about me?
Well, I'm coming to that, Danny. Mr. Niles, when you said the Pabst Blue Ribbon process of full flavor blending ensures the even goodness and depth of flavor that sets this famous beer apart, I just quivered with excitement.
Oh, you poor kid. But doesn't he say anything about me?
I'm coming to that, Danny. Mr. Niles, when you said order it with confidence, serve it with pride, for no matter where you go, there is no finer beer, no finer blend than Pabst Blue Ribbon, my ecstasy knew no bounds. Sincerely yours.
Is that the end of the letter? Well, doesn't he say anything about me?
Well, of course, Danny. You don't think he'd ignore you. Here it is. P.S. Who is Danny Kaye?
Who is Danny Kaye? Who is Danny Kaye? Who is Danny Kaye?
Ladies and gentlemen, anticipating this dilemma, and by way of enlightenment, we proudly present The Life of Danny Kaye. Or From the Cradle to Sam Goldwyn. Or A Kaye Grows in Brooklyn. This soggy, sagging saga all begins on a cold, stormy January night many years ago when, riding through the blizzard high above the rooftops of Brooklyn, two storks are flying on their nightly round. What are these two storks saying? Listen.
Hiya, Stork.
Hiya, Stork. What are you carrying?
Babies, what else?
Babies. Always babies.
Yeah. I wonder where they come from.
I don't know, but I know where mine are going to. I'm on my way to California with a set of twins for one of my best customers, a guy named Crosby. Who you got?
Oh, I got a little blonde, skinny drip named Danny Kaye.
You know, I'm getting sick of being a stork.
Me too. I wish I was a penguin. Then I could go out in a tuxedo once in a while.
Yeah.
Well, good luck on your trip to California, pal. Here's where I have to land. Stork to Brooklyn Hospital. Stork to Brooklyn Hospital. Coming in for a landing.
Hospital to Stork. What have you got?
Stork to hospital. I got a kid named Danny Kaye.
Hospital to Stork. Is this trip necessary?
And now, far below in the hospital, we go to a corridor outside the maternity ward where many anxious fathers are pacing up and down.
Fathers, oh, 1, 2. At ease, you nervous wrecks. Mr. Thomas Kaye, step forward.
Oh, if my wife only knew what I've gone through. What's up, Doc?
Well, I am happy to tell you that you are the father of an 8-pound boy.
Wonderful, a boy. 8 pounds. How much do I owe you, Doc?
That'll be $25 and 17 red points.
And so a Kaye was born in Brooklyn, and it wasn't long before his proud father went into the nursery and found his high chair in a shambles, his blocks in disarray, and his nurse on the chandelier.
Well, our boy must be growing up. Guess he ought to be bright enough to talk by now. Come on, Danny boy. Say da-da-da-daddy. Come on. Say da-da.
And so the first famous words of Danny Kaye, "Get my nurse off the chandelier," were heard around the world. Not many years pass before our favorite problem child is rushing off to school.
Quiet, children. Quiet. That's better. Well, good morning, children.
Good morning, teacher.
Who made that noise? Lionel Sander, did you do that?
Teacher, I cannot tell a lie. It was Harry James.
Squealer! Squealer!
Harry James, for blowing that horn, you will stay after school for 2 hours.
Okay, but it'll cost you time and a half. I got a union.
School days, Jimmo Joe, Jimmo
Well, Danny Kaye. Shut up! Why are you always so late to class, Danny?
You start too early.
Now, come. That's no excuse. What made you late this morning?
Well, before I go to school, I have to wheel out my baby brother Birdie in his baby buggy. This morning, I was wheeling Birdie in his baby buggy when the bumper of the baby buggy behind bumped into Birdie baby's buggy's bumper. Well, when the rubber bumpers bumped the baby into the buggy behind, tore the rubber of Birdie's baby buggy's bumper, and without the rubber, the bumper's bump was even bumpier. So I had to unbump the buggies and put the rubber back on Birdie's baby buggy's bumper, and that's why.
That is enough. All right, Danny Kaye, take your seat behind Lionel. Lionel Stander, why are you wearing your hair in a point?
I just got my head caught in a pencil sharpener.
Really? Well, we will now have geometry. Harry James, what is the Pythagorean proposition?
Let's neck, babe.
Wrong. Danny Kaye, what is the Pythagorean proposition?
I'm with Harry.
Lionel, are you with Harry and Danny?
Nah, I hate crowds.
Well, perhaps I'm being too optimistic. Does anybody here know the alphabet?
Oh, I
I
know
do.
that.
Danny and Harry, you may both do it. Now stand up in front of the class. Not on your heads. All right, boys.
Thank you. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Play it good. L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z.
Harry James.
Yes, teacher.
Danny Kaye.
Yes, teacher.
You better learn the alphabet, learn it right, or I'll keep you in the classroom all night.
ABC. Got the teacher jumping. ABC. Got the teacher rocking. ABC. Got the teacher jiving. ABCD. Teacher is a square. Fill the inkwell. Oh, the teacher hits my knuckles down. Everybody now. Shoot the inky to me, Stinky.
Well, so much for Danny in the 4th grade. Time passed, but he didn't. So now we come to another milestone in the life of Danny Kaye. We find him standing in the shade of the old Brooklyn Bridge, awaiting his first date.
Yoo-hoo, Danny.
Yoo-hoo, Hortense.
Well, here I am, Tuesday night, 8:15.
Yeah. Tuesday night, 8:15.
Have you been waiting long?
No, just since Sunday. Look what I got for you, Horty.
Oh, that's beautiful, Danny. What is it?
A real umpire skull from the Brooklyn ballpark.
Oh, it's lovely, Danny. I'll wear it next to my heart. Danny.
Yes.
Don't you want to hold my hand?
Is anybody looking? All right, take off your glove. Gee, Horty, this is living.
Danny.
Yes.
Don't you want to kiss me?
Kiss you? Gosh.
Well, if you're bashful, then I'll kiss you.
Oh, you better not, Horty. Oh, darn it, Horty. Now you've done it.
Oh, what?
You blew a hole in my bubble gum.
Oh, gosh, Danny. Isn't this romantic?
Uh-huh.
Just the two of us alone under the Brooklyn Bridge.
Pardon me, kids. My name is Steve Brody. You got a towel?
Despite this historic interruption to his first romance, Danny Kaye later found his real love was show business. And after many heartbreaks, struggles, and reverses, he made his first appearance before the public.
All right, folks, now step right up. Now, for the benefit of you gents who haven't seen this demonstration before, step up a little closer. Get out of here, boys. You bother me. Yes, sir. Why, if any of you gents got a wife, mother, or sister home who has trouble getting the tops off bottles, why, step right up and buy the little lady a Jim Dandy bottle opener. Yes, sir, the one I use is the one I sell. 5 cents, a nickel, a half a dime will neither make or break or set you up in business. Yes, sir, now for the demonstration, folks. I have here in my right hand the Jim Dandy bottle opener. With my left hand, I pick at random a bottle of Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
Hey, just a minute, mister. Nobody picks a bottle of Pabst Blue Ribbon beer at random. Everybody knows that Pabst Blue Ribbon is not just beer, it's the blended beer.
Get away from me, boy. You bother me.
Why, Pabst Blue Ribbon has that clear golden color, that 1 in a million flavor that comes from blending never less than 33 separate fine brews.
Say, get lost, will you? I'm working this side of the street.
Well, be it on this side of the street or the other side, the fact is that the only way to appreciate the smooth, even goodness of Pabst is to taste it yourself. Order it with confidence. Serve it with pride. For no matter where you go, there is no finer beer, no finer blend than Pabst Blue Ribbon. Jim Dandy bottle openers faded into oblivion, but Danny Kaye kept forging ahead until he finally landed on Broadway, the theater. It is the opening night of a famous Broadway play. Act 1 has received a tremendous ovation. Act 2 has caused a roar of cataclysmic approval. And now in Act 3, Danny Kaye makes his bid for lasting theatrical fame in the following tense and gripping scene.
This is the end, Roland. The end. We're through. Do you understand? Definitely through.
Oh, but Martha, you can't. You simply can't do this.
No, Martha, you can't. You simply can't. Oh, Roland, we've been all through this before.
But, Martha, give me another chance.
No.
Please, just one more chance.
No.
Oh, yes, Martha, do give him one more chance.
Young man.
Who, me?
Yes, you, sitting there in the front row. Will you keep out of this?
From that point on, Danny Kaye's career in show business was mediocre.
Meteoric, Ken. Never makes a mistake when he reads a commercial.
Meteoric.
Yes.
As a result of his Broadway success, a nearsighted talent scout persuaded Danny to come to Hollywood. No sooner did he get off the bus than he found himself in the middle of the Sam Goldwyn production, Up in Arms, where Danny scored his greatest success. He now brings you part of the score. All right, you're on, Danny.
Thank you, Ken. And for those of you who didn't see the picture, this is the scene in the lobby of the movie theater where I was explaining to Dinah Shore that all musical pictures are alike. Suppose you do get into the theater, and suppose you do get a seat, and suppose the woman in front does take her hat off, and you do get a look at the screen. What do you see? Manic Depressive Pictures present... Hello, Fresno, goodbye. Produced by Are You Manic and directed by Depressive. Now you know the name of the picture and you'd like to see it. But no. Screenplay by Gluck, from a stage play by Motz, from a story by Blip, from a chapter by Ronk, from a sentence by Dokes, from a comma by Stokes, from an idea by Groks, based on a Joe Miller's jokes. Now you know the name of the picture and who wrote it, and you'd still like to see it. But now... Art direction, Finker Puppeteery is Minerva Buff Photography, Alonzo Tech recorded sound as Needlebeck upholstery by Zachary, Knickknackery by Thackeray, Terpsichore by Dickory, and Dickory by Doc. Now, finally, at last, comes the picture. And what do we see? The same old beautiful chorus girls. The opening scene is a ranch in Fresno, California. So what are they singing? When it's cherry blossom time in Orange, New Jersey, I will make a peach of our pear. I know we can't elope, so honey, do be mine. And if... Up from the gulch rides a hunk of man. He is our hero, Cowboy Dan, a galloping, yodeling buckaroo. His horse, of course, is a baritone, too. I've got that old wagon wheel inside of me. The girls are delighted to hear this. But where is our heroine? As the bell rings for lunch, we find our heroine in the corral eating a heart out. She is Mary Swan, tap-dancing daughter of an American juggling actor who left her on the doorstep of an old English castle where she was found by basal metabolism, who said, "By Jove, a girl baby! I shall raise her as my own daughter." Which she did. But she wants to tap dance. And Cowboy Dan, who she met on this trip and who was love at first sight, wants to marry her so she can tap dance, but she knows Sir Basil will never permit this. Never, never, never! That's why she is eating her heart out. But through her tears, she is singing a happy little song, because she is also a coloratura soprano. She is beside herself. Her favorite position.
Oh, Father, you must let me marry Cowboy Dan. He owns the biggest ranch in Texas. Bar none.
Bar none? Why, that's the password of the FBI. It can't be. No, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, no, yes, yes, no, yes, no, no, yes, yes, it can't be. But it was. He rushes to Mary Swan. Mary Swan, you must help me. Can you tap out a message in code? This is a big chance. Now she can tap dance, which she does. But what has she done? She has betrayed her own father. But he isn't her father. He is heimlich by Schlupen by Godes Flume and heiden the Godes Flume home to the goat for the stand to the full heim to the good and to the fine. The dangerous German spy. Stick up your hands, you dirty rat, and God is fighting item that. So the FBI finally captured the German spy. Dan and Mary are about to blend. You think the picture's about to end? But now. Who ever heard of a musical picture without Carmelita Pepita, the Bolivian bombshell? I wish you could come with me to my little village in Bolivia, where every night all the little people, all they want to sing is, when it's cherry blossom time in Orange, New Jersey, we'll make a peach of a pear. Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you all enjoyed the entirely fictitious facts of my life. And now, if I may, I'd like to remind you of how you can really give a lift to the men and women of the armed forces. You know, letters from home as are important to a soldier as his food or his rifle. They hold his heart to his home, link him with you, no matter where he is. So tonight, right now, write to our men and women overseas. And use V-mail. It's perfect for short, frequent letters. And it's patriotic, too, because V-mail conserves critical cargo space. So get a big supply of V-mail forms and use them regularly.
so that every time they hear the mail call, they will hear from you. Remember that, will you?
Well, that's mighty good advice, Danny, and I'm sure we're all going to take it. Well, I guess it's time to go now, but remember, folks, tune in again next Saturday for another great show with Harry James and his music makers, Eve Arden, Lionel Stander, and Danny Kaye.
Good night.
This program was directed by Dick Mack and was brought to you by the Pabst Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and Peoria, Illinois. CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.